Former Butte County Public Defender John Worthman has been found guilty on a felony drug charge following his January 2020 arrest. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a former attorney and public defender is facing a minimum of 3 years in prison after he was convicted on a single drug charge following his arrest 12 months ago. 53-year-old John Worthman was arrested following an investigation conducted by the Wing Drug Task Force, where he reportedly purchased approximately 1 ounce of cocaine from a CI during a controlled buy. A bench trial in the case was held in September, and District Judge Richard Birch took the matter under advisement. In the ruling filed on Friday, Birch stated that Worthman possessed cocaine knowingly and intentionally, knew the weight, and possessed it with the intent to manufacture, distribute, deliver, or dispense. Worthman was found guilty of the Class 1D felony charge of possession of a controlled substance between 10 and 28 grams with intent to distribute. Under state statute, that carries a mandatory minimum of 3 years in prison with a maximum of 50 years in prison. A sentencing date has been set for March 26, 2021 at 11:30 a.m. Well, a 41-year-old Gering man has been arrested following a domestic disturbance that turned into an hours-long standoff this week. Gering police were dispatched to a house on Pappas Boulevard residence shortly after 6 p.m. Monday after receiving a report that a man inside had a handgun and was going to kill himself. Court documents say a person who was inside the home told officers that Donovan Santos was intoxicated and had gotten into an argument, then went to the basement, grabbed a gun, and saying if cops showed up, he would kill them and then himself. Negotiators attempted to contact Santos for more than 2.5 hours. Then law enforcement pulled back and ended a security perimeter, and a SWAT team took Santos into custody Tuesday night. Santos is scheduled for an initial appearance in Scottsbluff County Court on Wednesday afternoon on charges of a Class 3A felony of terroristic threats and third-degree domestic assault. Well, coming up after the break, another breezy day across the region. Are those winds going to linger? The lawyer's in with your midweek forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Nebraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Babylock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, how about clear skies tonight as we start the evening out? We'll see a bit more clouds by early tomorrow, and then they're going to increase throughout the day tomorrow. And we're going to be dealing with some snow in our forecast late tomorrow. Yes, it's been a while since we've been able to talk about some snow, but we will. Then eyes are coming up on the weekend and really an active 7-day forecast. Nothing huge, but certainly the possibility of getting some snowfall. 40 yesterday for a high after a morning low of 16. Nothing in the rain gauge, so any snow that we get would be significant for 2021 so far. Temps were mild today. We were into the 50s in many locations, well into the 50s, even flirting with 60 in some areas. Still holding at 48 in Sterling, 43 right now in North Platte, 44 in Ogallala, 43 in Sidney and Kimball, 45 here in Scotts Bluff. Winds have come down. They were much stronger earlier, now down into a more reasonable level at 15 to 20 miles an hour, and a few wind chills to be concerned about out there. Not much, though, as wind chills primarily in the 30s still this evening. We still have this high wind warning out until tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. We're going to see winds really start to decrease, though, in eastern portions of Wyoming here over the next few hours. Tomorrow when you get on the bus will be partly cloudy when you head to school in the 20s, and then more clouds on the way home and in the low 40s. I think snow will hold off till later after the bus stop tomorrow, but it'll be on the way as we go into the late afternoon and especially evening and overnight hours tomorrow. As we look at overnight tonight, we're going to be mostly clear, a few clouds towards sunrise. Lows tonight down into the 20s. Primarily 20s will cover everybody. Low to mid 20s, I guess, will hit most of us. Now for tomorrow, we start the day with sunny skies. They quickly turn partly cloudy. Clouds increase then, and then you'll see by late afternoon and especially late tomorrow night, there comes that snow with a little bit of a disturbance. North Platte River northward is where right now the forecast models are kind of honing in on the snow, and enough that we may see some accumulations out there. 40 tomorrow for a high in Torrington. Low 40s pretty much for everybody here across the region. And how about this? Enough that we could sneak some measurable precip. In fact, some areas maybe 1/10 of an inch or more of moisture out there, and it's going to come largely in the form of snow when it does develop. So an inch or two not out of the question for northern portions of the Panhandle into eastern portions of Wyoming. Lesser amounts and even no snow than as you get further down along the I-80 corridor. We'll see where this eventually takes its path, but as of right now, favoring those areas. The next system that we have in store for us for the weekend is also highlighting maybe northern portions of the area. This is the European model. You can see some light to occasionally moderate snows out there, and the American GFS model, very similar, targeting those snows off to the north of us. We'll see how far this comes down, but we could be in for some more snow as we go into the weekend, and again by the middle of next week. Clear and quiet tonight, lows down around 25 tomorrow. Increasing clouds, it's going to be cooler, not as windy. Snow's going to hold off, I think, till after dark tomorrow, well after dark probably, and but the snow chances are going to be there. In fact, we're going to put them at 60% tomorrow with some snow in here. Back into the low 40s. We're at 40 or so on Friday. Another chance of some snow enters the forecast Saturday and again Tuesday of next week. And notice, pretty much after we get through Friday, all of next week, we're talking about high temperatures only in the 30s. So a stark change from what we have been experiencing here. We're going to be down in the 30s almost every day. The good news is we don't see a ton of wind coming, but there's going to be some chances of getting some snow off and on over the next week.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scotts Bluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Holiday recycling tips.
The holidays bring wrapping paper, boxes, and trees. Remember, when done with these items, recycle them. Wrapping paper can be collected and recycled in one of the city's recycling bins. Boxes can be collapsed and stored to use later or recycled. Finally, your old Christmas tree can be dropped off at this location. This holiday season, give thanks and a start to a healthier new year. Meet at Tri-City Stormwater.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the VIAERO family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at VIAERO.com or your nearest VIAERO store. VIAERO Wireless, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. West Nebraska Blood Center says blood supplies are going down and new and returning donors are encouraged to donate blood. Additionally, patrons can check out the new center located on West 38th Street. Lab Supervisor Katie Gasling says in order to help save the lives of Panhandle residents, they need to have blood on the shelf and ready for transfusion. To make an appointment, call 630-2477. Well, a Nebraska lawmaker has introduced a bill that would declare Election Day a state holiday and automatically register eligible residents as voters when they renew their driver's licenses. The measure follows a handful of states that have made it a holiday to help ensure that working people get a chance to vote. The bill would also give residents the choice to decline to register when renewing their license. Current state law already allows residents to update their registrations when renewing their licenses, but the process is not automatic. And a March 1st sentencing date has been set for a Bridgeport man after pleading no contest to amended charges stemming from a two-vehicle crash in July that claimed the life of his brother. 28-year-old Trey Brown pleaded no contest to a Class 3A felony charge of willful reckless motor vehicle homicide earlier this month in Morrill County District Court. In exchange for his plea, felony charges of motor vehicle homicide, DUI, manslaughter, and DUI first offense were dismissed. Additionally, misdemeanor charges of negligent child abuse without injury and engaging in a speed contest were also dropped. Court documents say Brown was behind the wheel of a car traveling at a high rate of speed on Highway 92 east of Bridgeport, along with a pickup driven by his 21-year-old brother Josh Brown early on the evening of July 3rd and hit the pickup from behind. Brown faces up to 3 years in prison when he's sentenced on March 1st by District Judge Andrea Miller. Well, straight ahead, we'll head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. We'll meet Chulo right after this.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
The holidays are a time to connect with family, with friends, with each other. After a busy year, the holidays are a perfect time for laughing together, playing together, talking together, and celebrating together. Spend time this holiday season connecting with the people that mean the world to you, and let us take care of the connectivity.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Chulo, a big, playful dog with a heart of gold.
So this is Chulo. He is a 1-year-old pit bull mix, and he has been with us for about a month now. He's a really sweet boy, just tons of energy, very hyper. The type of family that would work good with him is someone that's very active, like going outdoors. Just because he has so much energy, that I think would be the perfect home for him. He can't be with cats, because he will chase them. But any other home would be great. For other dogs, he has lived with other dogs before, but it's always good to do a meet and greet. So, and his fee, $150, covers his neuter, all his vaccines, and his rabies.
To meet Chulo or any of the dogs and cats they have available for adoption, you can head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet him. Plus, whoever adopts him will also receive a $25 Murdoch's gift card to start spoiling him right away. Well, coming up after the break, a look at your midweek community calendar. KNB.TV News will be back right after this.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of Remax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, Remax, and settle down.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, we believe in personalized planning for your financial goals.
As your retirement income partners, our concern for your success, combined with resources from Raymond James, can help you make confident decisions for your financial future.
Our team of financial advisors will help you make your money work just as hard as you did to earn it. After all, our goal is to help you reach your financial goals.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Kevin Fig, Financial Advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation pre-retirement review.
And finally tonight, several organizations and agencies that work with children needing foster families are campaigning to reverse a trend of more kids being placed in homes away from their familiar surroundings. CASA of Scottsbluff County Volunteer Coordinator Missy Iasillo says, for example, 48 of the 102 children involved in abuse and neglect cases in the county last year had to be placed in homes in other jurisdictions. She tells KNB News that when that happens, children lose a lot of what would help them get through tough situations.
A CASA volunteer, we can't really
assign them to these kids that are too far away for them to travel to see and advocate for them. So right there they lose a CASA volunteer. Also, if there's not a foster family that is in the county, that means these children have to be moved away from their schools and their friends and their support systems.
In addition to CASA of Scottsbluff County and St. Francis Ministries, others taking part in this campaign include the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services, Guardian Light Family Services, and the Nebraska Foster and Adoptive Parent Association. For those who want to help but may not be ready to become a foster parent, you can also volunteer to become an advocate through CASA or become someone who gives foster parents an occasional respite from their foster duties. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.